Man, my whole life growing up and shit, I've kind of grown up around the same core group of people that I've been around my entire life since I was about 5 years old. Because we all went to the same, like, elementary school, which was like a K through 8, and then we all went to the same high school, and then we're 18 and 19 now, man. In my entire life, I've known at least like 20 to 30 of these people. Like, it's a giant group of people that we know. And out of that group, I'd say like maybe 8 of them are like my boys, like my brothers, man. Like my best friends that I grew up with, that I'm still close with to this day, that are still my best friends to this day. But you know, while you're in that group and like around people that you can't really escape from, there also can be people that blow like serious fucking chunks and you can't get away from them because you're going to school with them every single day of your life for a large portion of your life. Like, you know how people like say, oh, just distance yourself from people that upset you or make you unhappy in life. Like, we couldn't do that away from this guy, because no matter what, he went to the same school as us, was in the same classes as us, you know, he was always around the same shit as us, in our friend groups and shit too. And this motherfucker, man, we'll call him Mark or something, bro. Mark used to be chill, like he was like one of us, he was like one of our best friends until about like 7th grade, man. One time we were all like on this Minecraft world together. I remember the exact moment it happened. He used to be a cool guy, a super chill friend, but in this one moment he was just kind of experimenting with some humor, with some comedy and shit, I guess, and he just started making fun of our friend, like absolutely going off on him. And we had never like done this before in our friend group. Like, we were all just like that type of innocent kind of kids that just, I don't know, got on the game and played together, you know. Like, there'd be little arguments and stuff maybe or something, but other than that, really, like, we kind of just all respected each other, and we didn't really like dog on each other or anything like that. We were still kids kind of, so that type of humor wasn't really like a huge thing yet, I guess, you know. But this is when I guess he kind of started out with that, which is fine and whatnot. But the thing is, man, this dude like slowly devolved into becoming like a sour, annoying person, and he just like abused that type of humor. And me and my boy were talking about this today. One of my absolute boys that I've grown up with since I was 5. We still work together. He's like my actual like brother, man. He's like my best friend probably. He works with me even today, you know what I'm saying? So like, we were at work today for like 6 hours together. I said 3 different numbers there. It was like 6 hours. We worked together today for 6 hours, and we're just talking about old times and memories and shit. And then the topic of this motherfucker Mark came up, man. And we were just like talking about how back in the day when we were kids and shit, like he would just like find a person whenever we'd be on games or something for like the whole night and just be an asshole to them. And you'd be like, you know, you would just say, well, you can insult him back. And that's normally what I would do, which would prevent me from getting attacked way less than other people. Like, it would make me not get him on my ass as much because he didn't always want an argument. Sometimes he just wanted to like fucking shit on somebody just the whole night. And I'm serious, man. Like, we were talking about like literal specific instances that we can recall of him saying like specific words and shit that he said over like 4-hour long nights of just dogging on one fucking person and mocking them when they talk and being an asshole. And we were all like kids at this time when we were doing this, and we kind of were like, some kids were kind of scared or just didn't want to attack him, because if they did, he would just be on their ass for like weeks, dude. Like, he would just be an asshole to you no matter what. And like, I don't know, we didn't really want that conflict and shit. It was just lame, dude. Nobody wanted that. And as a kid, I mean, I realized that it was really annoying and I didn't really like him. I tried to stay away from him. I wouldn't really hang out with him that much when we were like getting older and shit, even though he used to be like my best friend maybe in like 6th grade, but that was a really long time ago. Like, I haven't, a 6th grade best friend's just some like random chicks, especially when we stayed in like the same school together. Like, kind of evolved from like a really close friend to like a semi-mutual friend, you know, and he got closer with other kids and I got closer with different kids, you know. But, you know, recently Mark struck again. You know, he's been out of our lives for some years and nobody really talks to him too much anymore, which is why I think he's kind of sour and stuff. But it's been some years since we talked to him and shit, and he's kind of been like, I guess, offended by it or something. But it's really just like us not wanting to reach out or not wanting to fuck with him, because he still does that shit, man, and it's just lame. Like, we're not trying to do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not like kids anymore, dude. It was kind of funny in 7th grade back in the day, but like, we got fucking full-time jobs and bullshit. We all in school and shit, and you still out here trying to fucking just like, and it's more than like roast somebody. Like, you can fucking be a dick to somebody and it'll just be the funniest thing ever if you do it tastefully. But like, he's just like an asshole and he still thinks it's kind of funny, you know. It's like, anyways, he was like on our Minecraft world recently, and I mentioned this in one of my videos, I think, but like, he just started like fucking with everybody's shit because our one chick friend, if you watch the video females, you know what I'm talking about, but our one chick friend was just like hyping him up, and he just like basically like stole everybody's shit and like fuck with people's houses houses and shit, and then got on like the chat. I was like, bruh, chill, we're not like 13, we're just trying to be able to stay close to one another, you know, because it was just all of our like old friends on that world, so we were just trying to have something to stay close. That's what our little Minecraft world was for, because we don't really play Minecraft like that anymore, you know, we're kind of getting to be adults and shit, I guess, but like, we were fucking with that world, man, because we all stayed close, and there would be like 6 of us on a night just talking, having memories, kicking back. It was super chill, you know. He just came on one day and then started fucking with everybody's shit, and then typed in the chat like, wow, I stole some shit, shut the fuck up, you know, like, it's like, bro, like, you do not have to be that lame. And then I like hopped on a FaceTime with him and basically just like shit talked him, and I don't know, just kind of shit on him, to be honest, because fucking he was being a bitch, and I'm not a kid anymore to where I have to see him every day to put up with it. So I literally just I was an asshole. I don't care, as he was to me. And he was to me for way before I was on the call. He was like, he immediately responded with that shit when I was like, bro, why you gotta steal shit? And he was like, wow, shut the fuck up. Like, and I was like, bro, like, well, you don't gotta be a pussy. Like, just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I don't know, that happened recently, and we were talking about that, but then I recalled a time where he fucking was being a dick to me, like, on the best day of my entire life, and I almost beat him up. Like, I literally had my fist fucking clenched, like, staring at him, ready to just fucking absolutely sock him in the fucking throat, dude. I wanted to choke this fucking guy and hang him from the goddamn football stadium we were at, dude. I literally hated him back in these days. And then anyways, man, he just fucking, like, after that little Minecraft thing, he messaged me. He was like, you need to seek therapy for real, even though he was the one that came on to me and was like cussing at me and calling me names before I even got mad. That's when I got heated at him, because I was like, bro, I'm not just gonna fucking, I haven't talked to you in years, I'm not gonna let you just call me up and fucking insult me. Shut the fuck up. And then he basically just texted, like, he was just pissed how, like, none of us talked to him anymore. And after our friend died, who was our very close friend, he was like, I lost my best friend and y'all motherfuckers don't talk to me. Like, as if he was the only one that was friends with him. That's what he was kind of insinuating and shit. And it was like, that's a whole nother story for another time, man. But he was like our dog, bro. Like, arguably, me and my boys were hella closer than him. I don't know. He kind of claims him as like his best friend, which is cool. I don't really give a shit about the semantics, man. Like, he's gone. It doesn't fucking matter at all. But he was just basically saying that we didn't really give a fuck about him because of that shit, and that we stopped talking to him after he died because we wanted to like cut him off or something. It was just like, you're lame. Like, he just like fails to look inward at himself and be like, oh yeah, maybe I was the cunt. Like, maybe I'm the reason why people don't want to talk to me, and not just randomly out of the blue people just figure that out. Like, it's I don't know. It's weird, man, but at some point in your life, I feel like you just gotta like realize that you just have to cut people the fuck off. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and talk to you my whole life, bro. I'm sorry. I don't really want you in my life like that. You've been a solely negative person to me, and even in my fucking greatest points of my life, you managed to be there to like be like a thorn in my side and be an asshole in the biggest fucking moments of my life, on the best days of my life too, that he knows it too. That's why it's some bullshit, man. Fuck that guy. And if any of y'all got people like that in your lives, bro, fuck them motherfuckers. I know you might have been in a situation like me and my boys were when we were growing up, like we had to be in school with them, so you can't really like just ignore them or something, but like just be conscious, man. If you are in that situation, by some time he's gonna be just like this dude, and people aren't gonna be fucking hanging with him anymore because they can willingly choose not to anymore. And he's gonna be whining when y'all abandon him as a friend or some bullshit. Like, I know he ain't got no friends, bro. He just be working a minimum wage job like me, fucking trying to get by, and that's all he do all day, bro. I know it. I know people who know him. I know him, bro. Like, he don't be doing anything that fucking crazy like that. So eventually it's gonna come back to fucking bite you in the ass, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick to anybody, bro. I used to love him. I even sent him in the text that same, even when he insulted me, I said, I grew up with you, man. I love you, bro. I don't know what you tripping about right now, but I was just telling you not to fucking steal shit, dude. Like, cause then he starts playing weird cards, and he called up like 3 of my friends that same day, and they were like, he was like crying on the phone about how they've never been there for him. Like, he's just a manipulative, like, little piece of fucking shit, bro. He's a bad human, and I don't know. I feel bad that my friends be getting manipulated by this little motherfucker, bro. He's a bitch. You know when you talk to him, you know when you see him, and sometimes he's cool, so you know you don't want to be like an asshole back to him because he's being amicable, but he usually ain't. You got people like that in your life, bro. Don't put up with their bullshit and let them manipulate you and think that you're the one in the wrong, or you're the one fucking being all crazy, bro. Just cut them motherfuckers off. They only make life fucking worse, and none of us need that shit, man.